We look for opportunities all the time to reduce calls for service.
Georgetown Police Chief Corey Cheetah gives an overview of the police department's performance for 2023 at the city council meeting. Reducing calls for service is at the top of the list.
In 2023, it was 28,000 and some change. But what was really interesting about that number and what we presented to council was that nearly 22.99% of those calls for service, the number one call for service we get, is what we have titled 911 hang-up calls.
The chief of police says this occurs when a smartphone or watch accidentally calls 911 for help, an option on the device designed for emergency situations.
And that's a good thing, but one of the unintended consequences is your watch or your phone calls us a lot of times and you don't even know what's happening. So we spend a significant amount of our time, of our call load, responding to those calls. Not quite sure what the answer is to that, because you want people to be able to easily call 911 when they need help, but this is one of the unintended consequences of that.
He says the second highest call for service is an assist citizen call.
Someone contacting us because they have a question about a topic. Maybe it's a question about child custody. Maybe it's a question about whether something, with their car, can they do this? Is it legal? Is it not legal?
The police department says it plans to take a different approach to mental health calls after they have tripled in the last 4 years, with nearly 100 calls per month.
All of our officers and civilian staff have been trained to a certain standard dealing with mental health calls. And we just had our brand new crisis intervention team go online last week, and their job day in and day out will be dealing with people in mental health crisis.
According to Chief Cheetah, the department has also completed the ABLE project, an acronym for Active Bystandership for Law Enforcement.
It's a training that helps police officers not only deal with their wellness, but also recognize when they're seeing something that they shouldn't be seeing, and then having the courage really to intervene, right? And that can be something as extreme as an officer witnessing another officer use too much force, right? Having the courage to intervene in that and say, hey, that's not right, down to, for me, even more simple things like recognizing if somebody else is struggling.
Chief Cheetah says the Georgetown Police Department is fully staffed with 104 officers.